Now down the what baby, the man to go on my pin and Madia, yeah, we were a party. I don't know, they look at the one you learn that came up your thing that day. One day, no, get there, one in the location, yes, they did that in the day. One it was Yama, and another dog, it was Yamapuna.
Welcome, folks. Samson to LeBron Public Radio. Yes. Okay. Good evening, folks. I will do my best here, but it's very, very, very difficult to compose myself right now. And because that's one of the reasons why Mr. So is not here tonight. And I will do him a disservice if I do not compose myself. But it's difficult. It is just difficult, to be honest with you. So don't mind if I switch my TV to another shot and, but anyway, it's a very difficult situation for all of us. Fonso is not here tonight, and I'm sitting in for Mr. So. We have discussed that being the fact that his mom has passed, and for him to come and sit here, he might not be able to control it. And so I said what I'm going to do it. But as you can see, I'm talking too much now, and I'm not too sure where this is going to lead. But I will do my best. It is hard. So, but I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about it because we have a show, and I don't want to get myself off, been out of shape here as well, because I decided I was going to do this. And so for me to sit here now and then go on with my own emotions and things like that, then I'm not doing Mr. Soul's service tonight. So we will do our best. But this is our mom. She passed. And so let's go ahead, folks. Samson to LeBron Public Radio. I'll do my best. It's just a very, very difficult situation. So while I try to put myself together here, let me go back to the shot again and then I'll come back at the end of it. But I'm sitting in tonight for Mr. So, who mom has passed, and she's very dear to all of us. And I was told you can't do that, and I'm doing my best. So let me do this and clean myself up a little bit, and then I'll be back, and we're going to start. This show tonight is going to be very interesting. We will be talking about the CPP, definitely. But let me go ahead. I'll be right back. Sam Sinto, LeBron Pub Radio. Okay, folks, Sam Sinto, LeBron Pub Radio. Thank you for staying with us. We appreciate it. And these are emotional times, so I think you guys will understand that as well. I mean, many of us have had these type of situation before, so it is not anything strange. It's just that I promised the group that I was going to be here, and I, being the older person, I was going to do my best, but apparently I must not have do better. I must not have done better than what I thought I would have had. But then let's move on. Folks, this is the President of the Republic of Liberia, Dr. Weah. And so let's go ahead. So as I stated, this is the President of the Republic of Liberia, Dr. Weah. And we will be talking politics here tonight. And I'm sitting in for Mr. So, who is not with us here tonight. He's taking care of business. As I stated earlier, his mom passed. And so we thought we'd do this here. And we'll be back again Monday, where hopefully the group will be here. The squad will be here. Mr. George and the professor, we're all going to be here, of course, on Monday, and we'll be discussing. But I have some serious discussion here tonight, which have to do with the CPP. And so I do have the ability to compartmentalize, and this is one of those days that I will try to utilize that abilities here tonight. It is going to be amazing how much emotional pivoting that we will be doing here. We will pivot from a serious emotional issue that got me out of control pretty much. Now I'm going to switch. You watch the ability, not only a matter of engineers, because I do this engineering business here for a very serious stuff. And these things, engineer, you don't come to this unless you have a strong mind, to be honest with you. And so you watch and see again tonight the ability of Mr. Toll, the liberal progressive, to be able to pivot from an emotional low. Of course, the subject matter is also going to be emotional low, but not as low as my mom passing. So we do have the ability to compartmentalize, and this is one of those areas that I'm going to truly utilize that ability here tonight. And so I want you to sit tight, enjoy yourself, and let's have the show. Lord Jesus, we want to thank you very much for bringing us again together. We say thank you, my Lord. Please guide us all. Stay with the family. Guide them. Give them comfort. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So this is the President of the Republic of Liberia, Dr. Weah. And I'm going to now show another emotional mind. Folks, this if you watch this show tonight, you will come away, whenever you see me anywhere else, you will come away with understanding from this liberal progressive that I do have the ability to be able to move my emotions around and be able to move myself from one point to another. At the end of the day, I'll come back and then be Samson Toll, the liberal progressive. So let's watch this and see if you can enjoy yourself here tonight. So again, this is the President of the Republic of Liberia, duly elected, Dr. Weah, duly elected, 61.5%, flocked us massively, 2017 that is, flocked us massively. There was nothing any of us, the opposition, could have done to see if this young man was not going to be elected. But that was not possible because the Liberian people have fixed their mindset. Their mind was set to elect Dr. Weah at that time, Ambassador Weah, because there was nothing. You brought in Nelson Mandela. I'm being ridiculous, but I will say it. Nelson Mandela, at that particular, I believe, at that particular time, Nelson Mandela could have gone against Dr. Weah, and Dr. Weah would have won the election. There was nothing, nobody, except for the act of God, who would have been able to help to defeat Dr. Weah. There was no way. Because I also believe, all throughout, since 2005, he's always been cheated. I believe. You can say I'm wrong, so be it. But I believe. And so 2017 was just, he didn't even have to campaign, folks. He didn't even have to campaign. He was going to win. There is nothing you could have done to change that trajectory. It was already set. And the young man said, I'm not going to a debate. And you have the old people going over there. That's when Dr. Bakar told us he was parking in the garage. Dr. Weah didn't go to debate. There's nothing anyone could have done. He was going to win it. 61.5%. Why? Let me tell you a little bit on that. I believe the reason why Dr. Weah won that election, it wasn't because of his ability to lead. What organization has he led before? He was in the Senate. What were some of the activities, his activities at the Senate, that you can point to say these are some of the things perhaps will train him, prepare him to be the President of the Republic of Liberia? I don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. But he was elected strictly based on popularity and love for the people. Now, I said love. I'm not saying fear. It's not that people fear him. They love him. And guess what? Folks, those of us that study politics, of course, I'm not a politician. Like I said, I'm an engineer by training. So, and that's what I do here. That's what I work on. But anyway, those of us that been in the Liberian political arena for quite a while, I can tell you this. Look at the demographic of the voters. The age group, most of them, their fathers were in love with Dr. Weah. The fact that he was a football player. Football and Liberia, they are intertwined. You can't get away from it. 1971, when Ghana deported Liberians, and they brought with them was some real good football player. You didn't hear Liberia making any noise. Liberia was happy to bring in the football player to move that country. Folks, go back into your history and look at it. And so when these people came from Ghana, the Liberian government told them, don't cry, don't worry. The footballer among them, they brought them in. And they start. And one of the reasons why Liberia stayed so quiet for so long until the 80s, it was because football. People like Mama Musa there, Abana, Sabamaya, these people helped to stabilize the country. They were not a politician. They were not a politician that have to do the wickedness of the Tuwi party. They were being a counter. The counterweight of the wickedness of Tuwi party were these young people, Agre, Abadna, Tieto, Mama Musa, Sabamaya, and I can go Yinati, what's his name, Santo Maria. I can go on and on because on Sunday or Saturday, when there's I.E.M. Barrow or Bamep St. Joseph or any of these top teams, when they're playing, the entire city is quiet. You will not hear anything, no noise. What demonstration? I.E.M. Barrow playing, you're going to go demonstrate. Who will follow you? Who in a right man will leave I.E.M. Barrow game and go follow you in the street for demonstration? And I said that Saturday during the 1979 race riot, If these people, two party was smart, once they start hearing about it, they should have organized football game, and they were going to be the end of that protest completely. You can't have anybody coming from Nukuta to say, I'm not going to go watch. And in fact, if they were smart, you have Bamenso Joseph going first round. Then you have Aye Barrow second round. Whole day, who will get in the street? And so I'm just telling you the connection with football, soccer, with Liberia. And so when this young man went out from Liberia, Santa Maria tried in the 70s. He was the first person, as I know, that went to France to play. For some reason, he was, as far as I'm concerned, he was much, much better than Dr. Weah. There's no question asked. In fact, I still believe that this man would jump in the air. While he in the air, he would jump again. I asked Mama Musa one time. He said, no, people don't do that. Samson Fix-It would not allow you to do that. Except he just have the ability to stay in the air for a while. That's all. Because people believe that. Santa Maria, Paul Brewer, Mina Freeman then, the IE Barrow number 5, Bawa Gaden, Salama Sipley. My goodness. Then you got Murray George, who we thought he was one of the handsome guy on the whole entire football field business. So when he play, you don't touch him. When you touch him, the whole crowd start yelling at you, booing you. Those are the people that really, really get that country going for a long, long time. And I believe also that because of that, when this young man left to go overseas and started demonstrating, follow me, please, follow me. I'm not a seditious. I don't like CDC because their behavior is ugly. So I'm a member of Liberty Party USA. Let me introduce myself right now. But I will be factual. I will be factual and praise him if I need to. Because he did something for us. Okay? So when this young man left and went overseas, he didn't disgrace us. He didn't hear so Dr. Weah have 15, 16 girls pregnant because he was popular. He was popular. He was there. Disciplined, well disciplined. And he went at the top of soccer business in the entire world, from Liberia. And meaning because of that, the mothers of these young voters now, they were all open. They need open. You know what I'm talking about. So when these young people start the story, now look up. I'm telling you the story now. Now I'm putting one or two saying in there that might not even be true. Imagine the way his story went all over Liberia. People telling their kids about adding their own pleasure into his. Folks, do you understand what I'm saying? So by the time the fathers and the mothers by the time they finished narrating the story of Dr. Weah, he was loved by the younger generation. Some of them were not even privileged to watch him live playing football. Maybe they watch his video. And they say, I see. What my mom telling me, what my pa telling me are true. So there was no way he was going to be defeated. As long as Ellen was out, that was it. He didn't come to this position because of his leadership ability, but because he was popular. And he won the election. Fair and square. He won the election. Now, let's fast forward. Dr. Weah and CDC, once they got in power, they decided, and I was in Monrovia during the inaugural program. I was at the stadium. I felt disgraced that day because when he was speaking, I'm supposed to be a press man because I got my press badge representing LPR. And I'm supposed to be a press man. I thought press people were supposed to be neutral. As soon as I said that day, you know what I said? You know what I said? 6 more years, inaugural day. And I was yelling at the top of my head. And people were looking at me, what am I? In fact, immediately, God is my witness. God is my witness. After that, there was a TV crew, a reporter from Sierra Leone came to interview me. And asked me, why were you making that kind of statement? And then I explained to them how emotional I was. to be able to sit there and watch a sitting president, not from jail, not from the grave, but sitting there and turning over to a young man coming in. That was emotional for me. And I expressed myself. What are you going to do to me? Affrontota. So where is it? Because year 6 more year, and I CDC member, what y'all do to me? Y'all able me, Affrontota. You ain't able me. I yell myself. But that's then. And when CDC and Dr. Weah came in, for some reason, I believe strongly the speech that he made at the Anthony Tottenham Stadium, I would guess that whoever wrote that speech or whatever group that wrote that, they're no longer with him. Those people were probably ostracized by now. Kick them out, knock them out of the circle. Because that speech was so beautiful. And I don't believe that those who wrote that speech will be with him and let this kind of mess that is happening under his leadership will continue. Because it's just not possible. Because in order for you to write, I'm not a writer, but I'm just saying, I've been reading a lot. But when you read people's book, the emotion of those people, of the writers, it can be expressed in their writing. So for somebody to be able to write a speech like that, he must have put himself in that position, and he must have believed things that was being written by him. And so if those people were still with him, still connected, I don't believe you'll find that kind of mess. Liberians will not be spectators in their own country. And Liberians are now more than spectators. They are foreigners in their own country under Dr. Weah. So this is a very serious business. This is a very serious business. The massive failure under this young man. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. But then you ask yourself, why? Well, I believe he's failing. And CDC, and like I said, I don't care for you. You can say whatever you want to say tonight. I don't care. CDC and the other people, they said he's doing well. Where doing well? How the heck you will put LiPo in the middle of the sidewalk? Then you say you're doing well? Mabutu been dead. Going to what? Almost 6 months or so, or even less or more? Do we still have IT Minister of Public Work? Because Honorable McGill is now the de facto Minister of Public Work. What does he know about engineering? What does he know? And you have people putting LiPo in the middle of the sidewalk. What kinds of business is this? According to me, it's a massive failure. But then again, then I say to myself, is this something that he did, that he's doing purposely? Or is this something that was done by a group of people who have had him under their thumb? A group of people who put him under their thumb. A group of people who have put him in a bubble and don't want any serious-minded person to come close to him, because then perhaps they will be exposed. I believe that. And people say, oh no, you can't say that. The man is a grown man. He knows what he's doing. Folks, first of all, you see, when you make the kinds of statement, then I believe also that you guys are not quite, you have not followed his career. This man, from the time he left Liberia, he's always been praised. Always. He's always had praises level over him. You know what I'm saying? So if you get somebody, and then most of the people that are in our bubble, that are in the hierarchy, they understood that. And they said, this is exactly what we're going to do. Oh, Mr. President, you do good. You're doing wonderful. Nobody, you hear any complaint? No, everybody happy, Mr. President. Everybody happy. Everybody, nobody is there to actually sit with him and say, Mr. President, this all I want to happen, my man. This is why from the beginning, I said that Dr. Weah needed somebody, childhood friend, who would not even call him Dr. Weah. Josh, my man, they want to pop again. You know where we come from, but they want to help man. That's not how it's supposed to work. I think they want to we messing up. You don't have that. You don't have that. The only people you have at, oh, Mr. President, you're doing good. Oh, you're doing wonderful. Look at the kind of people that the people are dying still. And he has not made no comment. Not like he hasn't been able to follow the news. But you need somebody that will be on his side and say, Mr. President, I think it's time you talk to your people. Making them understand that he's the father of the nation. And he will know that. There's no question asked. There's no question asked. There's no question asked. But people are there. Hey, Mr. President, you're doing good, my man. Hey, my man, don't worry about the opposition. What you think they will say? And he goes on believing that he's doing good. And because of that belief, he stood in public few weeks ago and said he will flog the opposition massively because he did it before, he will do it again. And nobody is telling him, Mr. President, things have changed. You have Monu there now going around begging sedition to come back to the house. Why? You think if they were doing good as people are telling him, why would Monu then want to re-engage sedition to come back home? For what reason? For what reason? But because he's failing. He's failing, and folks, we're all like that. He's not any different from any of us. Any of us. I'm speaking right now. I think I'm one of the best journalists in the whole world. Until Alfonso called me and says, Sansido, you're fooling yourself. That you're not even close. You're fooling yourself. You're not even that. I can sit here, and you heard me before, that I'm the best engineer in the whole world. Until I will get a call from other Liberian engineers. I don't want pop again. You're messing up. You need people like that. And one of the most important now, I don't know that for fact, but if you have a partner who will tell you, who at the end of the day, when you're finished eating, Chief, they want your power, that's not something good. But the people, and I'm not going to miss my word here tonight, Honorable McGill, Honorable Tue, and Honorable Mayor, the Lord Mayor Jefferson Kochi, they are not being factual with this president. And if you watch my show long time ago, I was urging Moluba Molu not to take the chairmanship of CDC. That Moluba Molu should find himself closer to this president. Yeah, people say Moluba Molu, he lies, he does, he's not trustworthy, whatever you say. But for this young man, Moluba Molu, a very young man, to be able to deliver what he said he was going to deliver, to deliver the vote for this president, then I think we should give him credit for that as well. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? So I will say again that this president is not doing good. However, let me not pivot. And I told you guys from the beginning, I have the ability to compartmentalize issues that I know for a fact. Now you see how big more I'm making right now. Somebody say, well, something though, how you know that you psychologist? You know what I tell my children? A medical doctor, lawyer, engineer, and whatever you can think of. Who are you to tell me I can't be what I want to be? You see where life is? And so, but no, on a very serious note, with all the nonsense that I'm saying here, a medical doctor, and you have people believing or telling me, oh yes, I'll see you a good medical doctor. It's just a matter of time before I start believing in myself. It's just a matter of time before I start believing in myself. And this is what we have in Liberia. This is what we have in Liberia. And this is not now. It started a long time. I have a pamphlet here where Tue went against Tubman. And you know how Tubman defeated Tue? Not because Tubman was popular. Tubman was in serious trouble according to history. But what did they do? They turned to the Kru people and said that Tuame is not even a real crewman. And they were successful in separating the crew. And those who consider themselves a true crew people, they start, oh yeah, Tubman's saying something. Whereas they were supposed to say, well, even if he's not a crewman, but he's educated. Tubman threw his inept behavior, everything aside, and made it into crew versus crew. So the entire country, when they find out that crew themselves are not supporting to it, what left? Nothing. It's there. Where is this conversation leading me tonight? This conversation here leading me to this. To this. A very embarrassing and unacceptable behavior. This is what this conversation is leading me. To these four sons and daughter of Liberia. Honorable people. But their inability to understand at this time, given their years and experience in Liberian government, their inability to understand the voters, first thing, and to understand where is the issue. It's what's really, this is the conversation that I want to have. I'm just telling you that the president and CDC, they're failing. But these people want power from Dr. Weah. And they want the power from the Liberian people. They want the Liberian people to believe that they can deliver. But look how messy the whole situation is. If you people believe, and I don't care, ANC, Liberty Party, Unity Party, and LAP, whatever they call themselves, y'all come and bring it on. Bloku here, bloku. You can't do nothing to me. You ain't able me. I'm bloku. You know what bloku mean? Elephant skin. And you know how to take it. But I'm sorry for you. Many of you, you're not even country people anyway. You're not from the countryside. I was born in the country. Many of you are ANC people and the other people, you all grew up in Montreal. You don't understand what elephant, how to take. Many of you have not even seen a dead elephant in your life. Let alone know how thick the skin is. But I'm bloku. Elephant skin. Nothing you can say that will move me. I will give it to you as true for us. These people have done so much damage to the Liberian political landscape is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Their inability to understand the Liberian, right now, the present day Liberian political terrain is unbelievable. Then you have the young people fighting because of their greed. They have the young people fighting among themselves. The perfect opportunity, and they're going to let the opportunity squander. They're going to let it slip out of their hands. And then 2 years or 3 years from now, they're going to come up, well, I try, but the other person will not cooperate. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Mr. Kumi, Dr. Dr. Bakai, Omoyure, my own political leader, Madam Lawrence, are you guys kidding me? This is ridiculous to the most. Ridiculous. Perfect opportunity. But you guys could not understand and have no ability, according to me, to truly grasp the present day Liberian political terrain. You're not getting it. First of all, why will you guys even agree to come together when you do not have the ability to understand each other? Why will you come together? You got Liberian people hope all high up. Oh yeah, these people, yeah, that's the only way. And you guys knew very well this is the only way you're going to be able to win the election. No, not one of you will go against Dr. Weah and think say you're going to win outright. It's not possible. Then you guys came and gave Liberians so much hope. So much hope. Because what is happening under this present government is not sustainable for this country. It's not sustainable. And the current president refusal to pivot. It's the most ridiculous thing at all. He been in this position now, no reshuffle. He want to do a reshuffle when somebody steals something. Not everyone can produce. And once the president realized that, he said, okay, you can't do this. Okay, move on. Come on this side. It's the chess game. And this is why the president issue and the way the CDC government is leading is really painful to watch. Because this man himself has been in an organization, even though he was not a leader, but the organization that he belongs to, a function based on individual performance. Simple. At the end, it's a team that wins the game. But the team, the winning of that game depends on individual performance as you're assigned on a very different assignment. And the president understood that because he was also a technical advisor. He played football, so he knows the technique. And he was very smart at that. So if you don't have the entire 11 players on the team producing, you can't win. He knows that. But he refused to have those people that are not producing for him to win. He refused to put them on the bench. Stop them. He's not doing that. And this is the opportunity that these people have, and they refuse to utilize it to the most utilize it effectively. Let me put it this way. And this is where my conversation is going tonight, folks. Their ego among the 4 people. An ego is something that you can measure and see. No plane in the world will take each of them, their ego, and it weighs so much, no plane can take it up. An ego is something you can see and measure. Each one of those guys, each one of these people, ego, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. These people continue to put themselves ahead of Liberia. Simple. Folks, you can say, well, I tell you, Liberty Party USA. I'm not campaigning against them. I'm being factual. I told you guys, I will be truthful. And if you think my truth is hurting you, so bad. These are kinds of things that you guys are supposed to be thinking about before coming in, talking about, say, you're merging as one. You know what mergers is? Many of you are still married. Dr. Baka, you've been married for years and years. That is true merger. You're in the marriage and you compromise. Now, not everything you want you can win in your marriage, and not everything she wants she can get in your marriage. But you guys still decide, oh, okay, well, this is Liberia, that's real marriage. This is not real marriage. Who cares? We can mess it up. No, are you kidding me? These are young Liberian future we're playing with here. These are young Liberian future you're playing with here. And many of you have done your future. This is pretty much behind you. And when people respect you, and these young people respect you, and say, okay, come and steer this ship that is rocking so much. And many of these young people have no experience. And you're going to sit there. You're going to sit there. And the election slip away from you. Is that possible? Is that something you guys are willing to do? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And folks, I'm going to deal with them individually here. Don't worry. Don't worry. And these are people that I support. I support them strongly. But I will be factual. I can't come out here because of my support and try to put things on the rock, what I believe to be wrong. These people came together. And I had a big fanfare. They're going to make it together. And they are all, here's another sad thing, they are all educated. They are all educated. That's why many Liberians say, well, education don't mean anything. Because these are some of the examples. These people, all highly educated, highly respected all over the world. Senator Yumbi Kanka comes here, she can meet with any of the senators from any United States senator anywhere. These are people that people respect them all over the world. And they decided they were going to come together. Honorable Comey ran Coca-Cola, for goodness sake. If he didn't have integrity, why would he be running Coca-Cola? You didn't Coca-Cola like that, some kind of company from Total that Comey can run anytime. if you didn't have integrity, if you are not respected, if you're somebody who lies, if you're somebody who is a criminal, why would Coca-Cola company, billions dollar company, why would they even mention, why do we even bother? He's from Liberia, for Christ's sake. And I would say they're trying to fill their quota. If they want to do the black and white quota business, well, they can't get people from him and fill their quota. But because he was intelligent, because he had the ability, and because he was the integrity level, for the people know all of these things. That's what I keep saying, that we're cursed. We come in the United States, and I'm one of those. I'm sitting here. Tomorrow I'm getting ready to go to work. I've been out for 3 days, and I'm not bluffing. I'm not BSing. I'm sorry that many of you will not be able to come. I was just telling my wife that last night. Right now, in the position that I'm in with the company, I'm with the state of California, I work for a country. So now, because of my design ability, true story, I'm not making it up. I wish many of you will come here and go to a meeting with me sometime. True story. When these projects, and they give it to people, and they're not doing a failing, and they still want that project to go, they say, okay, your cost Samson. I just demonstrated that here a few months ago. There was a project, I think I did a video on that over there in the north. It's a bridge project. They started that project since 2001. And every time they go to people, they can't make it. They go to people, they can't make it. So when the big bosses then decide, the project we must deliver. One more at the border of Oregon and California. So they call me. Well, I also have a weakness. I can't spell, but I know my work. So what happened? I have another Congolese young man who and I've been working together for years. He's now, but he's with me. So I said, the only way I'll be, I want a young man with me. They said, okay. So we took on that project, two of us. Almost 100 million. Even not, did I say almost? Shit. What was it? 677,000,000, something like that. But it was over 600 million. I know that. So I've just delivered the project. I'm done. There's another project right now that they call me on. Another Nigerian kid is leading the project. So he said, Mr. Toh, he just like a son to me. All the people, the Congolese kid and the Nigerian kid, I fix their car. And now they all got Google car and a new car. I can't fix anymore. But I used to fix their car. So I'm considered like the father or the older brother to them. So he said, Mr. Toh, I said, okay, I'm going to join. So right now, next week, we're going out in the field. And I'm going to demonstrate my ability to deliver. I'm not saying these things because I know what I'm saying or I know better than, no. But I'm committed. And the people can see my commitment level when I get involved. And this is what I'm saying to these people. They're highly educated. Why will you come to these kinds of gathering with a hidden motives? You don't believe the people you're going to be working with. You don't trust the people you're going to be working with. What is this? What exactly is this? And this is what I'm saying, that we Liberia are cursed. Because we can do all of the best thing we can. I just named some of the things. So I bet you right now, I get to Liberia. I pray God not to. But I might find myself behaving like any other Liberian, not caring. These Alexander Cumming, let's take Alexander Cumming for an example. This is a man that was delivering to these people. Coca-Cola. You got to Liberia now, everything different. You have Dr. Bakai, who has been in government for years and years. More experience than any other person alive, I would say. You want to bet me, try me. We can't deliver. We have Bernard Ure, another intellectual. I don't care about his past. That's not my concern right now. You have Onbo Nyomli, not only intelligent, highly educated, but a good leader as well. And these people are unable to deliver. When the thing started, I was one of those here on this platform. You say, oh, this is what we're good. I'm glad that it's coming up now because eventually it's going to go away and we're going to come together. My goodness. My goodness. These people are just, for some reason, I'm truly bent out of shape about them tonight. And folks, Samson, too, I'm sitting in here tonight for Mr. Soul, Freedom Watch, open mic, and I'm going to open the mic here very shortly. But this is just embarrassing. You have a perfect opportunity. Dr. Weah and CDC are flunking big time. No role. Nothing. The economic condition of Liberia, Samuel Twese is one of the best in the world. He's not producing, according to me. They take Ralphie Highway and go to one young man to Ralphie International Highway, the gateway to Liberia, from the international airport. They took it and go to some young man. They go to a company that have nothing, no equipment, nothing. And they expect that to be delivered soon. We will see. The entire world making fun of us with the 16 billion and unable to talk to us about the $25 million map out. Liberians are upset with this government. Sedition are upset with this government. Perfect opportunity. But these people firing now, this is ridiculous because they fire, the man in trouble, he can't produce. So now they start fighting among themselves, biting each other. And then these are people they expect to get power. Then if you get a power, what will be the difference from Dr. Weah and CDC? I will put one of Calabar stuff on here tonight. You'll play with me, I'll soon join CDC. Calabar said that to me. When I called him one time, he and the younger brother, Costa, were having some issue. So I called, trying to settle it. Mr. Toh, I don't want to hear that, he said. You talk to me again about Costa, I would go join CDC. I said, please. I don't want you joining CDC. That put a conversation. That was it. I said, thank you for taking my call. I don't want you joining CDC. That was a bigger threat. And I don't want him joining CDC. So I said, okay, let's forget the conversation. But if people told me I would join CDC, I don't even think CDC got rolled me there for the way. They don't want me anyway. Before they take me, they will flog me first. I'm not picking them. They will flog me first. But I'm not going to CDC. And no, but on a very serious note. Why were these people... They know everything else that is happening in Liberia. And they're not taking this thing serious. Now, let me deal with them individually. Samson told LeBron Public Radio. So let's start with Dr. Boakai. And the question that I asked was, do you believe that Dr. Boakai have the ability to lead? And I know many of you will say yes. Of course, I say yes as well. But what is exactly Dr. Boakai is showing us now? In this whole Ray Monroe stuff, what is Dr. Boakai's role? That he has demonstrated his ability, the fact that he has all of the years of political experience, leadership experience behind him. Why was he not able to curtail this mess that is happening that bringing CPP down? Why was he quiet? When it first started, and let me play this here for you. This is the first response from Dr. Boakai, which I love. I still love that response. There's no question asked. Listen to this response from Dr. Boakai. Samson told LeBron.
Democracy, we an old country, but I think you know very well that the proliferation of political parties, the political interest of the people have been aroused about a couple of years, and everybody wants to get a taste of it. And so people are involved. And also, the society is of such that everybody get involved into everything. So either by the players themselves or by their supporters, you will continue to hear noise. You will hear noise from people from different angles, from the advisors. But this is the process of democracy. And we are in it. Our democracy, we an old country, but I think you know very well that the proliferation of political parties,
There you have it. There you have it. Dr. Bakai is telling us. And so, why am I not able to hear myself? Okay. So I'm still here. But anyhow, that is Dr. Bakai believe this is a political issue. We have supporters who are now having a true conversation, hopefully, but it started getting out of hand. And Dr. Bakai was not able to utilize his ability to lead. I believe truly that he has the ability to lead. I thought he was going to at least demonstrate that. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Demonstrate. And bring these people together. They didn't do that. They didn't do that. He didn't do that. And so he sat there. I also believe that he believed in the democracy of Liberia. He believed this is how democracy is supposed to work. But we're talking about Liberia, where we do not have, my belief, we do not have the capacity to let democracy action take hold. We don't have that ability, not yet. We can vote. But in terms of argument, in terms of engagement, in terms of having some sort of a political disagreement, we take it personal. We take it personal. And once you take these kinds of issues personal, we're going nowhere. Many of us do not have, except for me, many of us do not have the ability to compartmentalize. I'm using that word again. In other words, politics is different from personal. Separate it, and you'll be successful. And so Dr. Bakai understood that. He thought that they're all on the same page. No, Dad, we're all not on the same page. That's why you're supposed to be our leader. You come in and step in. They started, the brouhaha started in Liberty Party. They started saying, oh, you're not supposed to involve yourself in the other political party issue. Yeah? You guys are coming together as one. And if one political party having issue, don't you think it's just a matter of time for the water to spill into your cup? Because the cups are connected. What part of it you don't understand? You would think, this is what is really, really painful for me. Dr. Bakai, Honorable Ure, Honorable Comey, they're all older than the good political leader, my political leader, Madam Lawrence. They're older than even Senator Dillon. But when they started in Liberty Party, but somebody changed the document and things like that, we all were making fun. You would think the smarter people among them would say, whoa, hold on, Liberty Party, even though this is a political party issue, but we think if you're not careful, this thing going to spill over to the CPP and it's going to affect all of us. They just say, the political party, they were hindering themselves. They believe that Liberty Party going to handle the issue themselves. No. So, Dr. Bakai then refuses, as I'm concerned, to involve himself, believing that this is Liberty Party issue. What Liberty Party issue? Since they are part of this house, whatever affect that room, eventually it's going to come out. It's not going to stay in that room forever. But they didn't do that. They decided, we're not going to do anything. So the question for me is, what is the responsibility of the old man himself? Why was he not able to cut it, to nip it in, from the beginning? What was the reason? What was the reason? And folks, bring it on. I don't care. Give it to me as you can feel. Just don't insult, because I'm not insulting. But be critical of my points here tonight. That's fine. That's what we want. We want you to think critically of whatever it is that I'm saying. If you don't agree with me, say so. And of course, in the process, you will state your reason. This is how people engage each other. Let me continue. So Dr. Bakai, as far as I'm concerned, his inability to involve himself at a very early stage and make sure this thing doesn't fester up and become an issue, which they are now. Nobody said anything. Moreover, Dr. Bakai, for a long time, according to a story, they didn't want the CPP chairmanship, according to what they were saying. I don't know how true that is. But it took him a long time. Why? I don't know. Dr. Bakai went on Costa's show. And folks, we will be factual here tonight. In as much as I support him, and I believe he will be the next president of the Republic of Liberia, if they can do it well, and he should be. But I'll be truthful. He went on Costa's show, and the videos are there, where he made a statement, condescending statement towards Dr. Weah, which I thought was low. He said, and I'm paraphrasing that, because you're president of the country, you think all the women belong to you. Dr. Bakai, what that one got to do with you? If Dr. Weah or whatever, he's the president and the women want you, what that got to do with your leader, your ability to lead? That statement for me was something that I started questioning. And in fact, if you listen to Costa the interview, Dr. Bakai did not express himself as a unifier, I believe, which I believe he is. He's a unifier. But he stood low that night. He went on ELBC, and then he redeemed himself. So, is getting ready to start. So I hope, okay, here we go, here we go. All right, folks. Okay. That's okay. All right. The what? My stuff. Yeah, go get it. No. Okay, folks, I hope you can still hear me. So let's try it again. This is Samson to LeBron Public Radio. If you can hear me, was having a little bit of technical issue here, but I will be right back. So just stay with us. Stay with us. I hope we're back on. But and I hope you guys stay with me as well. So let's see. Let me check my stuff here. Let's see if we're back on. Let me just check myself here. Make sure we're still back on. Okay, hold on. Just stay with me. Stay with me. Just stay with me. Samson to LeBron Pub Radio. Interesting subject matter here tonight, and I'm not just going to leave it. I still got time. I'm not going to leave it like that. I still have time. Whoever thinks it and wish me again tonight, good luck to them. God, ever me, I beg you. I just want to make sure if I'm audible or not. That's all. I just want to make sure that I. Okay. 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 So we're gonna have to. This should be a new one. Okay. Hello?